I guess I never noticed. I'll let you kind of chat, but yeah, sorry guys. It's okay. We can get started here. We got into the nitty gritty.
Oh crap. I had such a
We were
nice
going on
intro
for a
too.
while.
We were going on for a while. Man, okay.
Sorry about that, guys. It's okay. This is the game. This is what we're playing today.
Oh,
Lethal Company.
I feel so silly. Woof.
So now you should see things. Yeah, sorry, Jonathan. You're new too. I think I saw you on the meetup page. So hello,
Welcome,
welcome to our
Jonathan.
group.
Um, yeah, we just talked for a good 10 minutes while the stream was, in fact, not streaming. Uh, ah. All right.
Yeah, sorry about it.
Like,
There,
cover
there's
my
a there's a
face in
back end of
shame.
YouTube that shows you the video going, but there's also a little tiny button that says go live that if you don't hit it, you don't realize. So, but
Oh.
yeah, welcome to our group. We're the Central Ohio Game Dev Group. So we do these Let's Plays like once a month on the third Sunday. So Caleb uh, usually coordinates these, and we kind of do a deep dive into different game mechanics. This month we're doing Lethal Company. Um,
Yeah,
so
so I'll jump in
we're
here.
kind of getting
So,
to that.
yeah, my apologies, everyone. Jonathan, I really appreciate you messaging me because that would have just been super embarrassing to have not only missed the first 10 minutes, but to have done this entire thing and have never streamed it. Like, that would have
I didn't
been
even notice.
extraordinarily disappointing for me. So, thank you so much for messaging. You are the hero in this particular situation. Gold sticker. Here you go. Thank you so much. Yes. So, what we like to do here is we are taking a game and we are talking about it. We're talking about its design and we're going through to understand what components build it, like how everything works together. And essentially, we want to learn from what other people have created so that we can become better game developers ourselves. Like we really value the fact that there is a canon, a lexicon of games that have come before us that have paved different pathways and different eras of technology, and we have lots to learn from both the things that they have succeeded at and the things that they have failed at. And so we're here to talk about those things. Today we're talking about Lethal Company. So the reason that we're talking about Lethal Company today is that if you haven't heard, Lethal Company kind of exploded. Not kind of. Lethal Company extraordinarily exploded. I don't know if we know exactly how many copies that have been sold on Steam, but it's in the millions. Like, it is a astonishingly large number that this game has sold. And usually, like, I mean, we here at COGG, we do not regularly cover every single game that goes viral. That's not really our speed. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not chasing after the views or anything. So we play lots of things, everything from like very old things to newer things to sometimes the thing that's really big right now, but not usually. So one of the things, the reason we're picking up Lethal Company today is because of the big splash it has made. Yes, in part. However, I've actually gotten the opportunity to do a ton of research on it, and there is a lot here that is, I think, very valuable for us as game designers that we can look at. And in part, like, it's valuable because what COGGers did with Lethal Company is good design. Like, largely good design. And I think there's a lot of, so the fact that it went viral was not purely a coincidence. Everything that goes viral always happens because of coincidence on some level. There was the right combination of the right person saw it, who communicated it with the right person. Like, that absolutely is a component to it. And that's the part that nobody can predict, right? You could try to artificially create virality, but there's a magic secret kaboom that happens just occasionally with a particular game that everybody suddenly is playing it. Valheim, I think, was another recent one where that happened. The stars aligned, and you can try to do things to influence that, but it's not a guarantee that that's actually going to work. Lethal Company definitely has that. Like it rolled the dice and it lit fire and everybody ran with it. But my last point is it is also true that there's good design behind the game. And I think if the game didn't have that good design, it wouldn't have exploded the way it did. Like that was a critical part of what made it work. Go ahead, Wes.
Well, and I think that's a good point, because what we were comparing at the beginning of this stream before we started was we were talking about one of the bigger games that came out recently was, I mean, there's always a Call of Duty game coming out, right? So it's a sometimes billion-dollar budget with hundreds of different developers. And they do well, but like this at one point potentially had surpassed that. And I think that kind of alludes to, as a game developer, how important design is, because it doesn't mean that you need like the prettiest, best looking models. You don't need like a team of 100 programmers. You don't need the best, voiceovers, voice talents, the best marketing. Sometimes design can play a huge role enough to kind of lead it into, a viral scenario, right? And I think that's important to know, because that can be approachable. That's why we kind of do these live streams, is to kind of, again, do a breakdown of a game and kind of talk about what works well, what could be improved, because those are things that are kind of approachable to a lot of folks at any given level in game development.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, take a look at some of the games that you really like and think about what is the parts of it that you really enjoy and why. That's kind of what we're doing here. So
yeah, and I
just a little note.
And I think like say it this way, like if you're an indie developer, if you're a person who is seriously trying to create something that you're passionate about, create a project and get it out there, obviously you really want people to play it and love it and enjoy it. I mean, maybe for some people, but I'm not sure that is necessarily a healthy perspective for you to want to create a game that goes viral. I don't know that that's necessarily the goal of the average indie developer. I think it would be one of those like your whole world sort of explodes sort of situation if you did make a game that suddenly went viral. And I'm sure absolutely that there are people who make games with the explicit purpose to try to get them to go viral. But I think the average indie developer, what they're really trying to do is they're trying to creatively pour their passion into a project that they love and that they hope at least some other people in the world are going to play and love also. That they can share that with and maybe like create a community around and share their work in a way that is edifying for the developer as well as the people who are playing it. So I don't know that I would necessarily encourage anyone to have your game go viral, but it's really cool to know that a game that you create, that you pour your passion into, that you care about, can really resonate with people without having to be an open world survival exploration, like blockbuster, high fidelity, ray tracing, acting, motion captured, RPG with RTS element, all of that sort of thing. Excuse me, like all of the big titles keep trying to cram more and more things into the game, and you get more and more people are critiquing games saying there's too much here, or that doesn't work right, or the core loop is bad and it doesn't feel good. Like, there is really, really something to be said for creating a core, tight, functional system at the heart of your game that delivers effectively on the experience that you're trying to deliver. And then everything you can build on after that in layers, all of the content and all of the additional features and things can all serve the purpose of that core. And when you do that, you create something that can really, really sing, that can really, really resonate with your players. And I think, as evidenced by some of the virality of Lethal Company, that Lethal Company does this, and it does this well. We're going to talk about that. But I did want to talk about COGGers for a little bit. So COGGers, I don't think anybody really knows who he is. I mean, I'm sure there are people in the world who know who he is, but I don't think that it's broadly known. That's a username, apparently one he's been using for a long time, or a while anyway. My understanding is that he's probably not very old, probably younger 20s. He started out making Roblox games. I believe there were 4 or 5 that he made, including one of them was his first horror game that he ever made. I haven't gone and actually tried playing any of those, but I did take a look and kind of see. I was curious about some of his background. So there's like these games that he made and put out there, and then I think he actually was moderately successful with some of those. I think there was even one that maybe won an award at one point. Not entirely sure. I'd have to. I did check this at one point, but I've forgotten some of the details. But yeah. So he has then a couple. I think Lethal Company is his second or third game that he launched on Steam. Actually, frankly, I'm just gonna. I have it open. I'm just gonna go pull it up. Let's see. Oh, wow. Way wrong. Look at this. Okay, he's got April 21, March 22, July 2020, and March 2022, and Lethal Company on October 23. So he has 6.
I think I found his itch.io page.
He's got 5 games launched on Steam. 5 games, cool. Like 5 launched, like you can pay money for games that are out on the Steam right now. And I guess one of them. Okay, so it's 4 because one of these is a soundtrack. So he has 4, and then there's one to be announced. So this was not a one-hit wonder. This is not a person who picked up, Unity for the first time, built their game, put it out there, it went viral, made millions of dollars. This is a person who has been making games for a number of years now. There's a little bit of where you can see some of the progression, some of the ways that the different elements of the different games he's made are influencing things like what you see in Lethal Company. I think this is an excellent example of what it means to be pursuing indie development, like just as your passion, as you're working on it. Because this is a person who made a game, put it out there, made a game, put it out there, made a game, put it out there, just kind of kept at it, refining things. So when you get to Lethal Company, the one that really makes it, it's clear that he learned a lot along the way. He figured out how to connect the dots on some of this stuff, and that's really exciting. And now he's got tons of money, which he can continue to put into, I suppose, whatever he wants. But maybe the open world survival game from COGGers is right around the corner now because he's got a budget. But yeah, all right. So we talked a little bit about it. I think we should actually turn towards it. But please always feel free to throw questions in the chat as we get into this. All right, let's go ahead, go back, and switch us over here. Make sure that is going to work. Loading. All right, let me move our faces around a little bit. Oop, not that one.
Yeah, and part of this too, because I've never played this game. Caleb's played a little bit. So I'm excited to. I've seen videos, kind of like what you're saying, Jonathan. I've seen videos of it. So I kind of get the idea of it, but I'm excited to play. I've been trying to find a opportunity to be able to try it out.
All right. A host. I'll let you listen to this first.
Welcome to your first day on the job. This is your very own autopilot ship, where you will eat and sleep for the duration of your contract.
You see what engine it was built in?
Make yourself at home.
Unity.
To complete the onboarding
Unity,
process, you will want to check the instruction manual and sign into your ship's computer terminal. We trust you will be a great asset to the company. Great asset to the company. Asset. Great asset to the company. Asset. Great asset.
Okay. So, did you hear that little dubstep thing?
I did not, but that doesn't mean they haven't.
Okay. Yeah, I thought my game was coming through to you too, Wes. I'm sorry. Sorry. Wait a second. Do I was sure that I had you on Steam as a friend.
And say, I think it is on stream.
Oh, no, I see you there. Are you offline?
Oh, maybe it's sometimes it's set as offline. Let me see if I can.
I still tried sending you an invite.
I don't know why it says offline. Oh, it does say offline. I don't know. It used to be like on default. Okay. Friends.
Alright, I sent you the invite again.
Right. There you go. Did it work?
Not yet.
Here, let me try closing it and then going through the link. Okay. Alright, so it's loading up.
Yeah, Jonathan, I have also seen a ton of clips of this game. So many clips.
I do online.
Yep, do online.
Join a crew.
Join a crew.
See, that's where I was. Do you have a name for your server?
It's private, so you should have. Did you get an invite on Steam?
Yeah. Yeah, it just takes me to the game window. Let me see if I don't go join a crew, if it'll like initiate it. Launching. Yeah, it just takes me to the game screen. Wonder why that is.
Oh, you know what? I think I know why. This could get interesting. All right. Why don't you try again?
All right. Oh, that's a better one. Okay, so
Yep.
something's happening now.
You're in. Oh, okay. So, here's what I'm gonna do. So the first thing they want you to do before you do anything else, hit escape.
Here, I mute you on stream, so that I don't have a double echo. Yeah. I gotta escape.
No. So
Yeah, I hear that squeaky
Okay.
door noise.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to hit. I want you to go to settings, and then disable your in-game.
Are you
mic.
still there?
You just switch back to the stream.
I see you. Hold on. Yeah, give me a sec. All right, go ahead and talk.
Okay, so I want you to switch. Go to the settings, and then disable your in-game mic.
Okay.
We're going to bring this back in a little bit, but just for the moment, just for the initial diagnostic, I want you to turn off the in-game mic.
Do you want me to like push to talk?
If you click on the icon and that's in the top left that says enabled, if you click on it, it'll disable it.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no.
I just hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
All right. Dang. Okay. Yeah. You know it's live if something goes wrong.
I was watching, so that's talking about like, videos I've seen. I shamelessly watched a bunch of VTubers, and they had a big one I saw a couple days ago. And they had like
Welcome to your first day on the job.
Online, and it took
This is your very own
like an hour to
autopilot
get
ship,
everything
where you
done.
will eat and
They had
sleep for
mods
the
and
duration
everything,
of your
and it was
contract.
just crazy. How do you dance?
Make yourself
Okay,
at
hit
home.
the number 1
To
key.
complete the onboarding process, you will want to check the
Yeah.
instruction manual and sign into your ship's computer terminal.
I'm assuming
We
I'm
trust
dancing.
you will be a great asset to the
You are.
company. Great asset to the company.
If you push the number 2 key, you can do this.
Great asset.
Like a point?
Point. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this, and I want to talk about a lot of things going on here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this lever.
Oh. Okay. Should I follow you?
All right, I want you to come with me
Oh, where'd you go? You went there.
over here. Okay, so our goal is we need to collect scrap. Okay?
Yep.
Let's go this way. So we need to collect scrap. So we have to come to these moons, and we need to go inside. So you press and hold E to go inside.
Gotcha.
Alright, inside. Hey look, there's some scrap. So you can pick up the scrap. Okay, use your right mouse button, and it will do a little scan, like a sensor ping sort of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
And so you can pick it up using E. So why don't you go ahead and you grab that. Nice. You have a screw. Alright, so there are doors. And then...
How many things can you pick up?
so you have 4 item slots. You can pick up to 4 items. But... there are certain items that are like heavier. Let's go this way. Let's see here. There should be something in here. Here we go. I'll get this one. DIY flashbang. Well, that's nice.
I just thought that was vodka.
Ooh, there's a hole right there.
Oh
So
yeah, I
don't-
remember those.
Don't go that way.
I mean, you can jump, but it's like, good luck. I
Oh,
hear something. Oh god.
goodbye.
Oh, you died?
I'm dead.
Oh god. Cool. I don't know where I'm gonna go.
Also, I'm gonna give an arachnophobia warning to the watchers.
Oh yeah, I did turn it on. I'm not arachnophobic, but
Don't forget to use your ping to kind of give yourself a slight illumination.
do what? Oh god.
Okay, Wes. I'm here with you.
Yeah, I'm going in circles. Is there like a map or anything?
Not for you.
Oh god. I remember this. Oh shoot, and he's there. Oh, I don't like this.
I'm spectating you at the moment.
I know. Oh god. Like, I don't know where to go. Because I don't know this route. Like, I know this is where we were. Ah. It's so terrible because it's like, you can hear it.
Uh-huh. I'm proud of you, Wes. You're doing really
Oh
well.
god. Oh god. No! Shit. I didn't know how to get back up. So wait, you have a map?
Okay, so we'll talk about it a little bit more.
I guess the first.
I really wanted to get you into the game so you could see what it was like.
Yeah. I knew what it was like. I just didn't want to die, but I was like, I don't know how to get back. But yeah, there's no flashlight, there's no maps or anything. It's just like,
right.
You kind of have to remember.
Yes, and it's randomly generated inside the facility. Is randomly generated every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh,
Green
this is great.
manual.
This is an instruction manual. It's beautifully unhelpful.
Oh.
Okay. So
Yes, they're just so blurry.
I wanted to give you. You can actually look at it closer, and you can see the pages a little bit better. But I wanted to give you just a raw first impression on that experience, because
Yeah, it's scary.
yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty intimidating.
Oh, there's okay.
Yeah, you can flip through the pages. So basically, here is the core design philosophy of Lethal Company. You are given intentionally added disadvantage equipment.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. and this works so well. It works on like every level. It works on the level of like setting up horror scenarios. It works on the level of like the lore with the company and who you are and who you're working for. It just works with the general like technological feel of the game, is that everything feels kind of low tech in a certain way. So basically what the game does is it gives you tools to be able to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. And it does so in such a way that you're really at a disadvantage even with the tools the game gives you. So a lot of games will give you tools, and as you collect tools, you get better and better and better, right?
Yeah.
This game never hits that point. You never achieve a point. Even if you achieve tactical mastery over the tools that it gives you, that only gives you the slightest edge. It never actually gives you that much of an edge.
Oh, okay. Well,
but what it does, and this is fantastic. So what it does is it actually forces you into situations where, because the tools are not good and the tools give you very few advantages, you have very small margins of error before everything just hits the fan, right? It just explodes in your face. So we were just in that facility. We were just trying to fight off the thing. It's called a thumper, but pretty sure. And there was basically, like, you could hear it, and it was like around, and there was just no real mechanism that we even had at our disposal to try and counter the fact that this thing was running around, right? Now we're gonna talk more about the audio in a little bit, but I kind of want to go over a few more things just to show you what else that we have at our disposal. So go ahead and interact with this terminal. Actually, oh, you know what? Because you can see my stream. Let me look at it, and I'll show you some things, because I want the people in the stream to be able to see it too. So they have a terminal, and the terminal has things that you can do. For instance, help. Let's do that. And this is just like classic. Oh, cool. You literally type all of the commands in, right? Which is great. So let's just look at that first one, moons. So you have the ability to go to a number of different moons. So you have experimentation, assurance, vow, offense, march, rend, dine, and titan. The first 5 are free to go to. You can go to those whenever you want. Rend, dine, and titan all require you to spend credits in order to go to them. So they're more late game moons. And the idea is that each one of these have particular aspects or elements about them that are a little different. It's including the kinds of enemies that you're going to spawn and run into, as well as the kinds of loot and scrap you're going to spawn and run into. And different kinds of loot and scrap have different values that they sell at. And so
when you say moons, you mean like locations?
Yes, they're all moons.
Planets? Okay, gotcha.
There's a sort of question mark about whether or not the moons are like in our solar system, because obviously Titan is there, and so there's some idea that perhaps the moons are associated with our solar system. That's moons. We'll look more at that. We have a store. So the store actually has a bunch of stuff that we can buy that can aid us on our adventuring. So things like a walkie-talkie. 2 people can, if you buy 2 walkie-talkies, then you can talk to somebody else with a walkie-talkie. Flashlight. Flashlight would be super helpful in Wes's situation that Wes
would have
just
been really
died
nice.
in. The flashlight has extraordinarily limited battery life.
Oh, great.
And so the battery runs out on it, and then you have to come over to this guy to charge it in your ship. And so you have to get to that in order to charge it. Same with the walkie-talkies. Walkie-talkies a little bit better. It'll last most of a run for a day. Shovel. Shovel is the only weapon that you have in the games you can use to whack somebody with it. Usually takes anywhere from 3 to 6 hits with the shovel in order to actually take something down. In that time, they can do a lot of damage to you, usually in one shot.
That's great.
So yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff on here. Most of them, all of them have some sort of functional contribution. Ship upgrades. There's a couple of things there, including a teleporter, which is valuable. So there's some things there that we could try to make use of. You can look at the bestiary storage. While they're talking about that right now, it's not super whatever. But there's also a bunch of other commands that can be really valuable. So if you look at the screen over here, when we're actually down on the planet, let's just do it. Let's go land.
Population advance.
Look how what the screen is.
Like the map.
Yeah.
And it's raining.
It is raining. Don't worry about that for now. We're just kind of ignoring that. But note how you can switch the monitor to be focused on a different character, a different user.
Oh, okay.
Now, other than I mean, it's not particularly useful otherwise. But if you're over here at the the monitor, the terminal, you can actually type view monitor, and you can get that same printout here on the monitor.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at you right now. So if you were to leave and go into the facility, I can actually watch you from the monitor. And the monitor gives you a couple of interesting, valuable pieces of information, such as red dots for monsters or locked doors. There are even some doors that I can control and open that become available. So there's a number of different things that the monitor gives you control over. You can type out the word switch to switch your character, which when you have like 4 people, switching to find the right person is switch. It's really unhelpful. So again, it's that whole design philosophy where it is a tool that does actually make things easier, and also it's not all the way helpful. It has some limitations to it. So there's sort of this core design philosophy that the things that are given to you are useful and valuable, and have limitations that can be really, really, really limiting in some ways.
We have bees right outside.
Oh yes. Oh, those are locusts.
Why are they in the rain?
Those are locusts.
Oh.
Those are okay.
Okay.
Those won't hurt you.
That's good.
But let's go back to the facility. Let's
go back to the place we died.
Let's go back to the place we died.
Like it. Oh, that's fun. So like water slows you down.
Yes, and the water is slowly rising here because it's a flooded area. Also, a couple of things I will point out here. So you have only 4 item slots. You'll also notice you have a stamina bar. So that stamina bar goes down, and you don't get very much stamina. Stamina is pretty low.
Notice that.
And also your health. Oh, it's really dark in here.
Is there like another entrance?
Yes. So on every planet, or sorry, every moon, there's the main entrance, and then there are what were called fire exits. There are 2 fire exits. I don't know why it's so dark in here.
Oh, I think Weiss just joined us. He's like, I've never seen this game before. This game is scary.
Okay.
Cannot
You were
pull
behind
valve.
me.
Okay. No, I think I lost you.
I'm dead.
Oh, great. How come you die first?
I
okay.
I misinterpreted a particular jump scenario, and I jumped to my death.
Okay. Oh, I see. So it wasn't even a monster yet.
No. Oh, that was it right there. That was where I died.
Oh, right there?
That
Yeah, I was
jump
gonna
right
say,
there.
I think that looks like death.
Yeah, well, there is
So-
actually a way to make it across, but not for me.
What?
There
I don't
wasn't.
see anything.
So there's supposed to
Actually-
be a beam that you can walk across and jump across, but
I mean, okay, so when it's this dark, is there a way to like turn on lights in the facility, or is
so
it just this?
there
is it?
should be, but
Oh my goodness, this is awful. This
Yeah.
is awful.
yeah, you're pretty much.
All I can see is the wall.
Oh, I think you're about to get mauled. Oh. You're so dead.
Oh, that's locked. Okay, so this
Yes.
is like a fire exit?
No, the fire exit's a big red door. I almost
Well,
thought
it was locked.
was interesting. Recently, a couple of different like hallway styles was added. This is kind of a new style. Oh, there's stairs. Look around for loot. There might be some loot up here. Hey, look at you.
Yeah, something. I'll probably die with it, but... Oh, wait, that was the stairs I went to? Or
No, those are different stairs, I think. That's just Steam, I think. I think it's just Steam.
That's Steam.
I think it's just Steam.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, it
there's a
does
wall.
also sound terrifying.
Little locked door.
Yeah.
Huh.
The lights. It's not great.
Yeah, not having any light. There is a little bit of a bubble of light around the player, but not much. Oh, and there goes Wes.
Okay, well, I fell to my death.
Okay.
What's this game? This is Lethal Company. This is co-op. Yes, this is co-op. So you're basically a bunch of space miners, mariners.
Scavengers.
Scavengers. You're being hired to gather resources to bring it back to your ship. Oh, we need to meet our quota. Man, we're not doing great.
We need to get 130 scrap on our next run.
Yeah. So how do you bring back the other player? You don't.
No, you definitely don't.
So if you survive and bring back loot and leave the planet, then they come back the next round. I don't think they can go back alive. Now you can pick up their dead body.
You can. Yes.
Right? And that does what? Does that like bring all their loot? Or
so it doesn't bring their loot, but if you bring... So you actually get penalized for every person that dies. But if you bring back their body, you don't get penalized for it.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to do something... Oh, no. Shovel's not on sale anymore. Oh, well.
I don't mind as long as I can see. This is better than the last one. We just got a bad... That was
rough. That it was dark was rough. So let's just make our way over here.
If you guys ever want to play this, we've got... I mean, we could always coordinate it, but
so
you know...
Yeah. So the base game is 4 players. There is a mod that you can get up to 32.
Holy crap. That's cool.
What was that?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know anything about... I think that sounded like a normal sound. You know, like... I assumed that was normal.
Right.
Alright.
Let's try to actually get some scrap this time, huh?
This is like... sunshine bright compared to the last one.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, for real. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, there might be some stuff in this room.
Ooh, I like this. Okay. Now, this is a Okay, can you talk about this?
Oh! Don't do that. Don't pull that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What is this?
It's very valuable, and it will also shut off all of the lights in the facility.
Right. That's a reaction thing, or energize, I don't know. But basically, you take that, radiation starts to spill, that kind of stuff, right?
Okay, back to the opening. Let's go down this over here.
Okay, say we just went back to the center.
The other thing that's having somebody on the scanner will do for you. What was that?
The door closing?
But why was the door closing?
I don't know.
Okay.
Now is that a hole?
Alright, just stay over there.
Oh.
Did you die?
Right. Yeah. Tried jumping. I
Man,
did not
there's
jump as
just
great.
nothing here.
Alright. Good to see you, wife.
Man. This is just an unfortunate roll, man. There's
Why is
just
this one not
nothing
so
here.
good? It's just...
There's no scrap.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. Alright, so I'm gonna go around to the fire escape, see if I can see if there's anything over here.
Oh, that part. Okay. Yeah.
So the overworld maps are always the same. So you can always get into the fire escape. There's 2 of them.
Is it usually at the same location? Like one on the left side and one on the right side of the building?
No, they can be all over the place.
Okay. What's that noise?
Not good.
That looks heavy.
It is heavy. Yeah,
Now,
so there's some
usually
items
this-
that take up both hands.
I was gonna say, usually this is like, okay, cool. You can almost just toss this outside.
Come on.
There you
Getting greedy.
go. You only got one thing and we need the money, so... How much do you remember was that value? one?
It wasn't worth very much.
No.
Certainly not 130.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a weird noise, is it?
Oh,
Oh god.
yeah, it's okay.
What is that?
He actually won't hurt you. He looks really intimidating, but he won't hurt you.
Okay.
I'd rather have one of those spawn than just about anything else. Alright. So I'm going to take the engine back, and then I'm going to try and pull the,
The radiator thing.
yeah,
The light.
the light.
Do you have a time limit? Like, I know there's
So
like...
you see the time up on the top there? So
Yeah.
it currently says 3 p.m. We
Okay.
have until midnight, and then it will...
Oh.
The ship will take off on its own.
Oh. That's fun. I've never seen that before. Oh, that sounds awful.
It was birds. It's okay.
Okay. I mean, I guess everything in this game sounds awful.
Hey, 46. If I can go get that power core, we might make quota.
Ah, that'd be great.
It would be astonishing. Alright. Let's see if I can pull this off.
Yeah, I think it was on the room on the right.
Was that the right?
I think so. The left was the bridge. The scaffolding. I think it was in here. Yeah. Radiation. Fun. At least it's not too far from the entrance.
I can't believe I just
Does
did
that-
that.
Does that usually... Yeah, great job. Does it usually, like, set off anything else in there? Like,
So it makes all of the lights go out, which
Yeah.
basically every facility has a certain value for how many monsters it'll spawn. And so every monster is worth a particular value, and then it will spawn monsters that will fit into the slots available.
Yeah.
So when the lights go out, then it will, I think it just spawns all of them. So they'll spawn periodically throughout the day. So it's safer earlier and then more dangerous later. Let's see. 80.
That's close.
It's 146.
Well, what do we need? 150?
130.
Oh, okay. Well, then hell yeah. Let's just do that.
Did you fall down a hole? Is that what happened to you?
Yeah, I fell down a hole.
Okay. Well,
I tried to follow after you, and I fell down that cavern.
all right.
In the other room. So,
We're flying away. Okay, I promise we're going to talk about the design here more. But let's finish our little run and see if we pulled it off. Okay.
Bum bum bum. So yeah,
Wait,
I will
it's giving
say.
us instructions.
Report to the company building immediately to sell your scrap metal and other goods. You have
The
2
two
days
things we
left to
found.
meet the profit quota. You can use the terminal to route the autopilot to the company building.
Okay. So we're going to go to the company building. All right. And you get to enjoy going to the company building.
I haven't enjoyed dying so far, but
Go ahead and grab something.
all right. I'll follow you. Hazard level safe.
So what we need to do is we just need to put them on this shelf. Perfect. Now what I want you to do, there's this bell right here. I want you to just ring that bell repeatedly. Just keep going.
What?
You got
Why
you got to get him to get the stuff.
Oh my god. Okay, they got it. But what's that noise?
Your work keeps the company happy.
Can you ring it a couple more times?
That's awful. I remember reading in the instructions not to loiter. I thought I was gonna see like a big monster like walk out of nowhere.
Well,
I
I
don't,
mean,
I don't think that's any better.
that
but-
was pretty much what happened, right? Yeah. So we actually are just shy of quota. So game over. Oh well. But here, what I'll do is we'll just complete the circle on this. You'll spawn in.
Binds. My cat just came in to say hi.
As you have not met the profit quota, your performance has been deemed below standard. Welcome to our disciplinary process.
Oh. Well, that's awful. You're fired, literally fired, ejected from the spaceship.
So, welcome to life working for the company. Okay, so let's talk about some design stuff. Any idea we can start over. So, some things about the design. and why a lot of this works. So
Welcome to your
it's
first day
definitely
on the job.
designed for 4
This is your
people.
very own autopilot ship, where you will eat
undoubtedly.
and sleep for the duration of your contract.
Sorry, the background sound is distracting me.
Make yourself at home.
You
To
can skip
complete
that.
the onboarding
You can't.
process, you will
Not
want
that I
to
know
check
of.
the instruction manual and sign into your ship's computer terminal.
Give me a second.
We
Let's
trust
wait
you
for
will
it.
be a great asset to the company. Great,
really
great
turns off the
asset to the
lights.
company. Asset, great asset to the company. Asset, great
Great ass to the company.
Okay, so some things about the design. The game is very clever in how it creates very particular scenarios. And this is one of the reasons why it went viral and why, as Jonathan noted, there are so many clips online about this game. Because, and I'm going to include one thing that we haven't actually talked about yet, and it's because we actually turned it off. This game has a very well realized proximity chat feature. So in the game, you can hear only the people and the things which are immediately within your vicinity, including another player's voice. So when you actually play the game for real, people can walk away from you and you can't hear them anymore. Or people can leave the facility and you can't hear them anymore. And the situations that creates just by itself are some of the funniest things that you will see of, like, just pure circumstances. Because when a player dies, their mic gets cut immediately.
Yeah.
And so you might, like, hey guys, what's in here? And, like, that's all you heard. All you heard was your
Right.
friend go, and then their
And
mic
not
is
only
suddenly...
that, but your voice can attract
Yes.
theories, right?
That is the
So-
other thing too, is there are enemies who can hear you.
Yeah.
And they can hear your voice. Your voice carries physically within the game, and there are enemies that will hear and respond to you and your voice in the game. And just the combination of that, like, this is a thing that this game really tries to leverage, is that proximity chat. So equipment that you have, your footsteps, your voice, it all generates real noise in the game, that there are many things which will actually respond to the noise that you create. And that drives so much of the design of this game. Now, the other thing that they tried, that they play with, is also vision. So things being able to see things are also a big part of this game. So there are enemies who can hear but can't see. There are enemies that can see but can't hear. There are enemies which are drawn to you but are pacified by sounds. Maybe particular sounds, like a boombox, for instance. So there's all kinds of interesting things that are playing with really one of the most immersive parts of the game experience, which is actually like your in-game chat. And so it's not just being able to talk to your teammates, it's actually embodying a whole other vector of your character, of like your actual being in the world. And so taking that element, not just like your avatar, not just your controls, but like actually bringing your real life voice into the game as a core component, is an entirely different level of immersion by bringing in that different axes, which is really, really effective in a lot of ways. We're actually going to play it with that working the way it's supposed to be working here in a little bit.
Okay, so I should change my settings.
Well, we'll change it in a minute. We'll turn audio off on the stream, and then we'll just be able to hear each other in game. But one thing we should try is if we can ever get scrap. We should try to see
know,
what
right?
the effect is somebody using the terminal and somebody not using the terminal. 2 players, the terminal isn't as useful. If you have 3 or 4, you can get a little bit more bandwidth out of the terminal's features than just the 2
can
of
I
us.
hear you if I'm in the terminal?
No. You have to have a mic, a walkie-talkie, in order to actually be able to hear and communicate back and forth. I hope that we can actually make this work. I wish I had thought ahead of time to get some debug tools going so that I could just like give us a bunch of scrap or something like that to like just sort of do some debug testing. But
that was the other thing you were talking about beforehand, is that you were part of the mod community, so like...
Yeah, we want to talk about the mods for sure. Let's go ahead and land somewhere. Let's go to a different one. Let's go to assurance. Assuming... Oh, assurance is rainy, though. That's not good. Okay, let's go to March. It's gonna be a bad idea.
I don't mind rain as long as there's like lights.
Yeah, let's just go to March. It'll be fine. Famous last words. Okay.
Random seeds.
So yeah, talking about mods, and mods are an important part of game design, which I think sometimes when we're designing games, we think about it a little bit too late in the process. Okay, follow me. Go this way. Are frequently beehives. Looks like we're good. Beehives can actually be super valuable, but also really deadly.
Right.
There's pits of water between, like what we just went around. There's a pit of water over there, which is why we avoided it. Okay, let's go in. Whoa. Come on, scrap. Why are we just rolling bad on the scrap, man?
It might be dependent upon how many players you have.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
The one thing that's nice is that your oxygen tanks behind you, it makes it easier to follow you because it's so bright. I think that if that wasn't the case, I probably would have lost you by now.
Whoa, crap.
Oh. Well. That sucks. And that just happens.
That just happens sometimes. Sometimes you open a door and there's a machine gun on the other side.
Oh my gosh, there's no like... I mean, could you have escaped?
Yes. I had a couple of seconds and I needed to have fully backed out, and I just missed it.
That noise is steam, right?
I don't know.
Well, it wasn't like following me. I guess. Oh, that's the beam.
Yeah, it's the beam. You could try doing it if you want. There you go. Oh.
Nope.
You have to run and jump.
Oh, okay.
You can't make it unless you run and jump. Yeah, so we were talking about mods. Let's talk about mods here a second. So the modding community jumped on board on this really fast. If you've never done a mod before, there's different ways to do it. So some games will specifically design and implement modding as a feature within the game itself. So they'll actually like build the whole game with like I said, the ability to actually they'll have hooks and they'll have features and they'll have windows and things where you can actually it'll look for people adding things into the game. That's not what was going on here. This game was not designed with modding in mind. But if you build with Unity, there are 2 kits that you can mod a Unity game with. One is called Weapon X. The other one starts with an M, but I forget what it's called. So basically what it allows you to do, in Unity you have the mono behavior function, so awake, start, update, enable. So Weapon X comes packaged with a system called Harmony, and Harmony will actually allow you to prefix or postfix all of those functions. And it can be done with any function. But basically what it allows you to do is whenever it basically hooks in and it patches in. So when the game loads, it loads the patch so that whenever these functions are called, it will add an extra function that you write that will run either before the function or after the function that would have run previously. And so it actually allows you to customize and add in your own code to run in the game along with everything else. And so you can if you can code it, then basically the sky's the limit in terms of what you could do. You can create new objects. There's this whole thing that you can do where you can actually create a Unity project. You can create assets, you can build them in Blender, you can import them into Unity, you can do all this stuff, and you can actually export that as a Unity package, and then you can use Weapon X to import that. So you can actually create new assets, new monsters, new tools, new utilities. People have done new maps. That's a big thing that people have been doing, is building new maps.
That's cool.
And so you can just import all of that straight into the game, and then you can run it as if you had that in the original package of the game to begin with.
So how are people applying these mods? Are they applying it through Steam Labs on Steam, or are they doing
great
it
question.
through
So there's a new player in the market of modding, and it's gotten really big with Unity modding specifically. It's called Thunderstore, and basically what people do is it's a little bit like, you might say, like Git, and there are different Git packages, and Git packages might have dependencies and things. So you go into Thunderstore, and then you can find, it's a little bit like Nexus mods, but Thunderstore has this really nice interface where you can create a profile for a particular game. You can go and you can install various mods, and then you can actually, from within Thunderstore, you can either start the game in its vanilla state or with the modded profile. And it makes it super easy to share mod configurations, because of course if you're going to play modded, then you need anybody you're playing with to also be running the same mods. So what it will let you do is you can install a set of mods, and then you can get a code, just a UUID, but you can give it to your friends, and your friends can all create new profiles with the same code, and it will download all of the same ones, so you're all synced up across the board. So you will all definitely have the same assets.
That's cool.
And the community around this has been staggering, how they've been figuring these things out. They've been creating wiki pages on how to do it. I was able to follow along. It did require, because I hadn't ever done it before, so it did require a pretty high level of technical knowledge of how Unity works in order to understand all of the things that were going on with it. But you could follow along with it, and there are more tutorials being developed every day showing you how to do this and that and the other thing. It's a little bit more complicated if you need to do something that's not, if you need to do something on the net, on the server side, as opposed to the client side. So if you just need to do something on the client side, that's pretty easy. But if you want to do something that requires actually spawning objects or something that requires you actually interacting with the server. This game, by the way, as a sidebar, there is using the Unity built in the kind of more recent Unity networking system. Netcode, the Unity netcode. And so, which is pretty good from all things that I've been told, and I've worked with it briefly a little bit on another project. But it's pretty solid, and the modding community's got a lot to contribute. That they've been doing all kinds of cool stuff. There's one mod that's really taken off called the Mimic mod, and what the Mimic mod does is it adds mimic fire escapes inside the facility.
Oh.
And so outside the facility, the fire escape doors are the same. But if you're inside and you don't know exactly which door is the actual fire escape, one or two of them are monsters.
Oh, great.
And if you try to open it, it eats you. And it's
That's
really
great.
spectacularly well done. Like, it looks like it belongs in the game.
I think there was also one where, I don't know if this is vanilla, but like, there was one where you could have a mimic person, like
Okay.
someone who's a fake person.
That's vanilla. That was actually just
Really?
recently introduced.
Yeah, that sounded neat. Like, you have to make sure you're following someone that you know.
Yeah, so there are actual mimics in the game that look like they have a kind of a tragedy mask on them, but you can find this mask object, and sometimes they spawn by default. You can actually run into mimics who look like your characters, and if you don't pay attention, you can turn around and they'll like get you, you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then you turn into one of them, and then there's some pretty fantastic clips of like somebody running onto the ship, like, I made it, guys, and then 4 people turn around and they're all mimics. It was like, wow. But yeah, I wish we could just spawn in some cash here to kind of test out some of the various things that we have access to. But let's just do this real quick. So we're gonna, let's see, let's go to moons. Let's go to the assurance is rainy. Oh, gross. Both March is stormy, which is real bad, and assurance is rainy.
Oh, I didn't really follow. So you get, like, how many different places you can choose to go to?
Yeah, so there's a total, if you include the company building, there's a total of 9 places.
Okay. Do they randomize every time you come back?
The facility inside is.
Okay.
We'll go back to experimentation just because I'm trying to avoid the weather effects.
Population abandoned, thick, hazy, worsened by industrial artifacts, dominated by a few zombies.
Alright, let's hold on a second.
What's that?
Wait for it. Wait for it. Where is it?
The heck? Oh, hell yeah. Got another one.
I could only afford one. It's cheaper on the first day. Shovels are on sale on the first day. So we can, next time we can buy 2 right off the bat, and that'll be the better thing to do. Did I lose you?
I'm down here.
Come back after the main entrance.
Got it.
So yeah, the things that are combining here, the enemy AI
Oh, where'd you
behavior,
go?
which we should talk more about, enemy AI behavior, but that plus the Wes,
Oh, I went to the ship. Where'd you go?
I'm back at the main entrance.
Oh, I see. Hold on. I'm coming. At least I can see you through the walls. Not a mimic.
Yeah, but you see how it's hard to tell at a distance.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look. Grab that.
Ooh. The other thing I know you can get is like a sign.
Yes, so the sign is like the shovel, but it is a little heavier and a little slower to use. Just saw something. Oh, look.
Oh, hey. Good find.
Here, I'm gonna let you carry this.
Alright. Now, hands full mean I can't pick up anything else up.
That is correct.
Alright.
So maybe you should take that back to the ship.
Alright. Let me do that. I'll meet you back.
Take both of those back to the ship. I've already been through here.
It's still jump. If I drop down here, will I die?
You should be okay.
Okay. Good. I don't want to do that. It would be like really annoying. Oh wow.
Ah, shoot.
New creature data sent to terminal. How do I drop? G?
Yes. Yep, G is drop.
There you go.
Oh, dude. I just found a fire escape.
Oh, good.
And, it's got an engine in front of it. Excellent. These are coming together.
You. Oh, hey, I found you. I thought that's where it was. Do you want me to grab that?
Oh, sure.
Doesn't matter.
I think there's more stuff back in the fire escape, so I'm just gonna go back to it.
Oh, okay. I'll meet you at ship. So I noticed when you have something heavy, I guess, your stamina doesn't, like, recover unless you stop.
Yeah, stamina recovery is definitely harder when you're encumbered.
Definitely seems more feasible.
Oh, shoot. That is extraordinarily unfortunate.
What?
That is the Bracken.
Which is bad.
Bad.
Like 1 to 10, how bad?
Of the worst enemies in the game, it's probably the third worst.
Oh god.
Okay. We did really good this run, so I think we could probably call it.
Yeah, we got what, 4 items at least.
Especially with the Bracken inside. I mean, if you want to go meet the Bracken, you can go meet the Bracken.
No. Good. What does it look like?
It's a black shadow with 2 little white eyes.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, kind of like Slender Man or something.
Yeah, yeah. Or like the Enderman from Minecraft.
Oh, right. Yeah. So what is it? Is that like a Brewski's?
It is some Brewskis.
Crate?
Yeah, it's a Brewski's crate.
That's funny.
Oh, dude, there's a beehive over there. And it's so close.
Drop off your stuff first.
I'm gonna do it, don't worry.
What's that? Key? What does that mean?
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this. I'm probably gonna die. There's like a 90% chance that I'm gonna die. So,
Well, so
you stay in the
what's
ship.
strategy?
You stay in the ship, and you go and try to. Yeah, you stay in the ship, and
And
pull the
animal
lever as soon as I say pull the lever.
for the start ship. Okay, wait, no.
Well, that didn't work very well. I'm gonna die. Okay, here you go. Okay, didn't get it. I'm gonna try it again. It's
I'm watching.
I'm gonna die.
Well, how? Yeah, never mind. I'll.
Ah.
Well, start ship.
So you could try to recover my body if you wanted, but be careful.
I don't even know where you are.
I'm at the front of the ship, but so's the beehive. So get out of the ship and then kind of make a wide loop.
Oh, I see it. They're all over you. Oh wait, there it is. Is that it?
Yeah, that's my body, but maybe come at it from the other side.
Okay.
Also, what time is it?
8:14.
Jump down. See if you can sneak my body from the bees.
God, is that you?
Yeah, crouch, hit control. See if you can grab it. Grab my body. Bring it back. Nicely done, Wes. You're gonna have to do a running jump to get it on the ship, though. So kind of get up onto the rock a little bit and then do a running jump. You might not be able to do it. There might not be a good angle. Because there's a ladder that you can climb up onto.
Well, yeah, it's this one, but
you can't climb onto it if you're holding a body. So, yeah, just leave my body.
man, that's awful.
The bees are on the other side where the rock is. That could give you the leverage to jump up.
Oh, I could do that.
Okay, give it a shot. You die, we lose all of our loot. For the record. Hey, you did it.
All right.
Pull the
First
lever,
ship.
Croc.
I loved you.
Not bad. Not bad. See, this is the thing.
Yeah.
You learn stuff when you play it. You kind of like. But when my friends and I were starting to play it the first time, what we were doing every time was we would say, "So what did we learn here?" After every time.
Yeah.
Huh. We did pretty well.
Cool.
That was a good run. We got like almost 200. Nice. Okay. Okay. All right. Assurance is good. Now the trick here is we just need to not die.
Well,
If we
didn't die
die,
last time.
if we die, we lose all of our stuff in the ship.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
I know. That's what was at stake when you were trying to get my body.
So even though like our ship has stuff in it, if we die now, it all goes.
It all goes. Until you sell it to the company, it's gone.
Can you just sell it to the company and go on your next mission, or is that like another day?
So it's not another day, but what it does do is the company doesn't buy it for full price until the day that your quota is due.
Oh, okay.
trying to remember how to do this. I'm looking out for quicksand. Oh, look. There's a data chip. Pick that up.
Bell's here. Okay.
Oh, I feel like I've led us astray. Oh, here we go. I think there's a more direct route to get in here. All right, let's brave the darkness. Oh, look,
Briskies.
there's some bottles right there.
My God.
Let's see here.
You getting it? Or you want me to get it?
I'm gonna try to get it.
I can. Yeah, let me. Yep. Cool.
All right. I don't know if you want to. I don't know. Let's look around a little bit more first. Ooh, hey, there's a bunch of stuff in here.
Why'd you go back down?
Oh yeah, I did. Sorry.
No, you're good.
There's a big bolt over here. Okay.
What's this screaming?
I don't know exactly.
That's comforting.
Hey, look.
What's,
There's a remote.
what's that?
Dude, this is a score.
Use remote. What does that do?
Don't think it does anything until you have the TV.
Oh, okay.
But
But it's
TV
valuable.
All right, can you grab the bottles?
Yeah.
Grab the bottles and let's make our way back. This is a good haul.
My hands are full. Can I just drop down?
I think
Or
so.
should
I think you can just drop down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could hear
Pretty
dogs
sure.
barking, and I was just double checking it wasn't the game.
Yeah.
That's not a good sound. Oh no! What the heck happened? No! What happened? That was like 3 seconds. Not even that. What? I didn't even see anything.
We just got eaten by Shia Halud.
Oh my god. I
Giant-
said the sound wasn't good.
A giant sandworm just ate us.
Oh my god.
And we lost
Oh, that was-
everything. And we have
that's
nothing.
awful.
And our quota is due.
That's awful.
Company building immediately to
We had
sell
such a
scrap
great
metal and other
stack
goods.
of loot
You
there
have
too.
short days left to meet the profit quota. You
Oh
can use
man.
the terminal to route the autopilot to the company building.
I mean,
Okay.
this is in game, right?
This is it. This is the end game. Just gonna pull the
So-
lever.
That's so funny.
All right. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, we'll have to get more people because this is I could see it being an advantage. Like the fact that you could like have someone in here watching for people,
Yeah.
that by itself would be really helpful. Cool. Either this or get sucked out into space.
Well, here's the thing, Wes. We're still going to get sucked out into space.
Oh.
It's going to resurrect us just in time to get sucked out into space. One of the things I regret with not having prepared this a little bit more ahead of time is once you get to some of the other the more advanced moons, the ones you have to pay for, and the cheapest is just like 500 each. Like, it's very expensive.
Your performance has been deemed below standard. Welcome to our disciplinary process.
There's some really interesting monsters. So I want to talk about the monsters real quick before we jump into anything else. So, like I said, there was the Bracken, and I'm gonna mute my game so I don't have to hear the thing. So there's like the Bracken. So of the monsters that we have seen so far, we saw the Thumper. The Thumper pretty much just runs in a straight line until it hits something. When it hits something, it's kind of stops. So that if you know what you're doing, you can actually take out a Thumper pretty easily. Okay. There's a giant spider.
Thumper's the one with the legs?
Without the legs.
Oh, without the legs. Okay.
It has no legs if you actually look at it. It looks kind of like a Demogorgon with no legs.
Okay. Gotcha.
If you have and that's drawn by sound, I believe. There's the spider. Spider's this giant spider. It is what it is. There's the Hydra deer, which I saw one you didn't earlier, but the Hydra deer is like a big slime blob, and it'll chase after you. So we've seen the Bracken. The Bracken, also known as the Flower Man, basically, he has one of the most complex AI, and I think it's really interesting what it does to players when they see the Bracken. So the Bracken is designed as a hunter who likes to play with their prey.
Oh, okay.
So how the Bracken works is what it wants to do is it wants to sneak up behind you and snap your neck. That is its most ideal victory. Yeah. And so if you see it, it will run away from you because that's not what it wants to do. It wants to snap your neck. And so the trick with the Bracken is that the Bracken tries to sneak up behind you. So if you know there's a Bracken, then you want to be looking over your shoulder.
That's right.
So you have to kind of look around. And if you catch him, if you look at him, then he'll run away. Now, if you stare at him and you keep looking at him, then he's like, the jig is up, and he'll just run up and snap your neck.
Yeah.
So you have to look at him and then look away from him. And then you have to keep your eye out, and you have to keep looking around. Now, this has some really great synergy with another one of the things that you can happen in the game, is as you're playing, depending on how much you're looking around, how much you're alone, how much various other factors, you are increasing a hidden variable called your paranoia. And so you'll actually see it at the evaluations phase. It tells you who the most paranoid player was. And that will actually increase the chance of a somewhat more rare enemy from spawning called the Ghost Girl. The Ghost Girl always goes after the most paranoid player. And so it's this weird thing where you know there's a Bracken, and so you start looking around, you're looking around. And then the Ghost Girl comes to get you because you were looking around a whole bunch and acting really paranoid. There's this very interesting layer for how it all kind of works together. Let's see what else I was going to say. So there's the Bracken. The Bracken makes things really interesting. The Bracken is a terrible combo when you get the Bracken and you get the Coil Head. So the Coil Head is pretty classic. It's an enemy that will only move towards you if you can't see it. So when you are looking at it, the enemy can't move. but as soon as you look away, the enemy moves towards you. And if it gets to you, then it will rip your arms off and turn your neck into a spring, which will then explode your head. It's delightful.
That's great.
You see a dead body on the ground with missing arms and a spring where the neck should be. You're like, uh-oh, Coilhead. Let's see, what else is there? So there's Coilhead, there's the Ghost Girl. The Ghost Girl will haunt you. Kind of the trick with her is to not look at her. And if you look at her, then eventually she'll come and get you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're done. The Jack in the Box is around in some of the other levels. The Jack in the Box walks around, and then it starts Jack in the Box, like it starts with a little music wind up, and then eventually it turns into like a giant creepy thing that comes after you, and it gains speed with every step. And so you can run away from it initially, and then it will become way faster than you. And it will only activate around a player, but you could be potentially on the other side of the facility, not hear a player get eaten by the Jack in the Box, and then the Jack in the Box will run and get you.
That's
And then there's the machine guns, which we encountered. There's also mines. If you step on a mine, unless somebody can teleport you back to the ship, you're dead, because eventually you're going to have to step off and the mine will blow up.
Oh, gotcha.
But sometimes you can use the mine to take somebody else out with you, which can be helpful. There's the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker patrols around and has a shotgun, which will blow you away. But if you kill it, you can take its shotgun, and that can be extraordinarily powerful. That's an actually useful tool, but they only give you like 2 bullets. I feel like I'm forgetting one or two. Oh, I'm surprised we didn't run into these. Those basically face huggers, the little leech guys. They'll drop from the ceiling. If you're in single player mode, they will take you down to like almost dead, but not dead. They won't actually kill you. If you're in multiplayer and you get one on your head and no one's around with a shovel to knock it off, then you're done.
Oh, wow. There was another one I remember seeing where outside, I mean, we saw the
sandworm
thing.
Yep. We
but
didn't really see it, but
yeah. But there was another one where I think it was like a dog.
Yes.
Outside.
Yeah. So
if you are too loud.
Yes. So the dogs are blind, but they are very, very, very hearing sensitive. So they will find you if you make any noise.
Yeah.
So if you like get close to the ship and you don't hear anybody, the general assumption is everybody is dead or there's a dog nearby, because they'll come into the ship. They'll come into the ship and eat everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And the hitbox on them is really aggressive. If you touch them, they'll get you. We didn't get to see any of the forest giants. Forest giants, they can't hear anything, but they can see from like across the map, and they'll come and get you and give you a hug.
That sounds fun.
Yes. But a lot of these have really interesting synergies with each other. So the classic one is the Bracken and the Coilhead. So the Bracken obviously wants to come sneak up behind you, but if you're stuck looking at a Coilhead, there's no way that you can be looking around for the Bracken. So if you get Brackens and Coilheads together, that's a really bad time. The other thing that can cause some comedy is it's really easy to screw over your teammates. Like somebody's caught with the Coilhead, and you're looking at the Coilhead, and if there's 2 of you, you can kind of sometimes maneuver the Coilhead in such a way that you can get out the door pretty easily. But if there's like, I'm looking at the Coilhead, great, bye, and they just bail on you, you're now stuck looking at the Coilhead, and then a Bracken comes up and gets you.
Oh my god.
So it's pretty. It's so all of this combines. So the enemies synergize really well together. There are ways to learn how to take out a lot of them, but they synergize really well together. And then when you're working together as a team, it's easy for things to break down and for people to just sort of like collapse under the pressure of the situation. And then you combine all of that with the proximity chat, where you're like listening to somebody and you're like, where are you? I'm over here. And then suddenly they're not responding anymore. And you're like, did they just get out of range, or are they dead, or like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, where is everybody? Oh, you fell down a hole. But what's always really fun is that if you die, where you go is a little like, observing chat room. And so anybody who's died is in the chat room talking to each other. And the person who's still alive can't be heard. Like, they can't hear them. And you're like, guys, is everybody dead? Is everybody dead? And everybody's, and they can hear you. They can hear all of the players' inputs. So the people who are dead can hear the voices. So basically, you spectate around a particular character, and so you can hear all of the sounds around that character. So all of that gets piped into you, and so it's just, and everybody's like, you like die, and then you pop in. You're like, oh, you're dead too? Yeah, I fell down a hole like way back at the very beginning. I've been here the whole time.
That's funny. Well, and even if you're looking at the camera, you don't really know if someone is like lost or if they're trying to find someone. Like, you can't hear them. So yeah, I've seen some people get lost in buildings and they're just like, they have no idea where they're going.
Right.
Because it's too dark.
The thing is, sometimes when I'm like alone, I will instinctively just start talking to myself. Or I'll be like, I know you guys can hear me. I know you guys can hear me.
Well, I guess it's good if like you happen to be within range of somebody, because then eventually you'll hear something.
Well, but I mean, the people, if I know there's people who are dead, I know that the dead people can hear me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
kind of reminds me of Phasmophobia too, like in that sense.
Haven't played it.
I haven't either. I've just seen videos where they're like, one moment screaming and then they're dead. And they're just like, oh, well, they're gone.
So, would you like to try it the actual way? Just once?
The actual way.
With the proximity microphone.
Oh, sure.
Just to show it off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will stop. Let's see. What are my settings here? Okay. All right. So turn this on.
Turn on and then turn off the Discord.
Yeah, so I've muted myself in Discord, and now I am audio in the game. Oh. So mute yourself in Discord.
Try talking.
Mute yourself in Discord. I can hear you.
I hear you though. Why can't I hear you?
I don't know. I can hear you.
I should hear you in game. Let me see.
I'm talking in the game. I can see myself. I'm talking. I'm talking.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I don't hear you.
It's on your side, Wes. I can see myself talking in the game. No,
I can hear you now.
That's because I just unmuted myself in Discord.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So it's.
Settings?
I mean, check your settings. Are you getting game audio?
I have my mic. Let me see. Is there a way to change my input? My output is fine.
I can hear you in the game.
Well, I just can't hear you. I mean, it's set to. Let me see. So now you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh.
I can hear you.
This?
Wait.
Come on. Sorry, I'm changing my settings. Yeah, okay. Now you should be able to hear me.
I can hear you in game and in Discord. So go ahead and mute yourself on Discord.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you in the game, but you're only hearing me in Discord.
Correct. So, for some reason, my headset Like I don't know where to change that. Like I can change the input, but I can't change the.
Well, it's whatever you have your game output set to, but that's going to be at like your Windows system level.
Okay, so that's gonna be everything. Should be. Let me see if I've got.
Sorry, everyone who's watching us struggle through technical stuff.
Sorry. Hmm. Oh, try talking now.
Testing 1 2. You should hear me
Let me
double.
turn you off real quick.
You should hear double.
Try now.
Testing 1 2.
No. Yeah, I guess I could just keep it on for double or whatever, but
Do you hear it double?
no. I wish I did.
So you don't hear me now? Testing 1 2. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know. This is weird.
Testing 1 2.
Because it is set, like, I've got my SteelSeries connected, so I can see my mic going.
Testing
My
1
master
2.
volume is all the way up. There's no other settings, right? Like, there's no headset settings.
Quick question. Do you hear the in-game audio?
Yes.
Because you can hear your game.
Yeah, I can hear, like, the wheels squeaking or whatever.
Do you still hear the in-game audio? Oh, whoops. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, that's right. Because I'm hearing you from the other game. Because...
Yeah.
Okay, just real quick. Do you hear the in-game audio right now? Okay. So, open up the settings menu. And on the right side, do you see like a slider or something like that for my volume? It should be on the main page if you look at my window. Have you turned that volume slider all the way down? You turned it all the way up? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh, always something. Yeah, I mean, I can see the game is picking up my audio. And I can hear you doubled.
I wonder, is it like a Steam thing? Because when I output this battle, yeah, I'm looking at Windows. Oh, hold on. That should be... Okay, is that... Try talking.
Testing 1 2.
No, it's still only a 1. I don't hear double. Lethal Company is all the way up.
Testing 1 2.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me do this.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Oh, if I had to do this is weird.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Test. Test 1 2.
Where's the other one?
You all can hear me.
Now try.
But Wes can't hear me. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Test.
No?
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test.
Now I don't hear anything.
Test.
Do you hear me?
I muted myself on Discord.
Oh, okay, just
Test
making
1
sure.
2. Test 1 2.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Okay.
I've changed everything to my headset.
But you can. So
even in the
I'm gonna mute
Windows.
myself, and tell me if you still hear the game music. Muting myself.
Yeah, I do.
Then why
hear
don't you
mine,
hear
yes.
me? Why don't you hear me? I don't know why. I don't understand.
Oh wait, here, hold on.
Testing 1 2.
I hear my music.
All right.
We can talk here too. Do you hear squeak? I hear a, let's just say yes.
It's so weird.
I hear you walking and jumping. I don't know. It's really weird. It's like...
Here, let me just quit out and then we'll rejoin.
Okay.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test
hear
1
you.
2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. You should hear me double if it's working.
It's not... Like, I know, like... Yeah, what? You're
This is your very
Test
own
1 2.
autopilot
Test
ship.
1 2.
And
Will you hear me?
for the
Yeah,
duration of your
like-
contract.
That's really weird.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, because there are settings
Make
you can
yourself
set
at home.
the defaults
To
to
complete the onboarding
Do you hear me?
Windows,
you will
and
want
now
to
they're
check
all
the
pointing to my
instruction
headset.
manual and sign into your
So,
ship's
like,
computer terminal.
Testing.
The
We
only other
trust
thing
you
I
to be
could
a
think of is
great
there's some
asset
kind of
to the
weird
company. Great asset.
thing with,
Great asset to the company. Great
maybe
asset.
Steam, but like that seems weird. Here, let me try closing out, doing the same.
Oh well, this might not work.
Welcome to your first day on the job. This is your very own autopilot ship, where you will eat and sleep for the duration of your contract. Make yourself at home. To complete
Testing,
the
1 2.
onboarding process,
Can you hear
will
me?
want
Test-
to
yeah, I
check
can
the
hear you.
instruction manual and
Can
sign
you
into your ship's
hear
computer terminal.
me?
We trust you will be a great asset to the company. Great asset to the company. Great
If you're
asset
talking to me,
I'm talking to you, Wes.
nope.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to
Wow.
you.
Wow, this is weird.
It's very
This is
strange
Really annoying.
because I can literally see. I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to you. Prove.
Dang. May have to look this one up later.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just say I sent you a picture showing my audio indicator going. It's definitely capturing my voice, but for some reason it is not transferring.
Yeah, I mean, I'm that's the same thing I have. So I don't know. That's I'm trying to figure out what else it could be.
And you are like, if you look at your slider. So I should send you a picture of what your slider looks for me, and does my slider look like that for you?
Yeah, I'll take you. Ooh.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
That's what mine looks like. I mean, that's what it looks like by default.
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, I think we have it set up the way it's supposed to be. It's just for some reason, it's just.
I don't
I
understand,
don't know.
man.
I like I said, it might be just.
Test 1
Oh,
2.
maybe it's
Test 1
bug.
2. Wait a second. Wait a
What?
second.
Oh wait, that's it.
Oh my gosh! It was
Yeah.
on push to talk.
Seriously?
Yeah. It still detects my audio even though I was on push to talk.
Oh my god.
Okay. Dang. Okay.
Well, I'll mute.
No. Oh, you're muted on Discord already. You're fine.
Okay.
It is working the way
Oh,
it should be
yeah,
working.
you're right.
So if I walk away
You're
from
right.
you, we should start hearing less of each other. Test 1,
Does
2.
it work this far away?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a good way to test it, though. They probably... I mean, that would suck if that's as far as you could go.
All right.
And then you start not hearing each other.
Let's go to March. We're going to March.
Alright.
And we're also going to get
Now
2
we-
shovels. We're going to get 2 shovels.
Ooh.
Or actually, let's look at the store. We could get 2 walkies and 2 shovels. Wait, what?
Could not afford these items.
But shovels... Oh, shovels are 30. Okay.
Did they change price?
Okay. No, I think maybe I was just wrong. Okay. Okay.
There. Where do they show up? Oh, they
Now-
show up on the ground, don't they?
Things in the world can hear us. Just know that.
Alright.
We're waiting for the delivery. There's a beehive down there. Be careful. There.
I see it. Looks delicious. So how do you pick it up?
Well,
They always attack you.
you pick it up like always. Okay, the other walkie's over here.
Where is it?
Right there.
There it is.
Okay.
Cool.
We have
How
to
do you use it?
Charge it and turn it on.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Oh, it's Q to turn it on. Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2. Let's see.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2. We're close to each other, so we can hear each other. But here's what we're gonna do. This first run, let's not use the walkies. Let's just leave them here. Turn it off. Let's stick together. Just hit G to drop it, or yeah, put it in there. That's fine too. Okay,
There you go.
let's go this way. All right, stamina. Let's see if we can find anything here.
Oh, your voice changed. Yeah, you're very echoey now.
Yes, sir, you. Okay. There's the bottles over here.
Oh,
Oh, here's the power switch.
what's that do?
So you can turn things on and off. I think they're all in the position that they're supposed to be in, so let's leave it there.
Right.
So we want as many things turned on as possible.
Well, my hands are full. Should I do the ship?
If you want. Oh, here's more bottles.
Or I can drop it off. I can drop it off here.
Nah, let's take it back to the ship. But let's be quiet in case there are dogs. Over in this corner just to make sure, but I think we're fine.
Hey.
Nothing in here. Ooh, there's a large axle down here. It's worth something.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll leave that here for now. We'll get it on the way back.
Yeah, famous last words. Oh. It was a good try. It was a good try.
Oh my gosh, it happened so quick.
I almost had him too. I had one more hit on him.
Yeah, I see what you mean by no legs.
Yes, no legs.
The laziest employee. Well, I mean, I didn't hit anything, so I guess.
I believe it specifically has to do with how many steps that you take.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, everything looks good on March. I think we're just going to go back. Okay, so this time we're going to try a different strategy. We're going to grab the walkie-talkies, and because I want to show people who are watching what the terminal play looks like.
Sure.
So you grab a walkie-talkie. I'll grab this walkie-talkie, charge it, and what I will do is I will direct you. Okay? So we're going to land.
Okay.
And I'm going to go view monitor. Come on. Which you... Okay. So there's a beehive outside. I see that. Oh. Testing 1 2.
Yeah.
Testing 1 2. Is your mic on?
Hold on.
Hit.
Testing 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2. Oh, you have to push and hold the left mouse button while it's the thing in your inventory in order to talk.
Oh, like this?
There you go. That's it. Okay. I'm
So
watching
turn
you.
on and off.
And then,
Yeah,
okay.
just leave it on. It'll be fine. And make your way to the facility. Yeah, he's going in. Okay, to your left is scrap. Looks like it might be down the stairs.
Got it.
Behind you. That's in the stairwell there. I think it's in that space there. You might want to use your scanner to ping it. See if you can get it. It might be up above you a little bit.
How do you use scanner?
So tap your right mouse button. There you go. You got it.
It's a big gear. I'll leave it.
Okay. Bring it back up with you up to the entrance and bring it outside of the entrance. And then leave it on the ground outside. Yeah, leave it right there. Okay. Go left and then don't go down the stairs, just go across. Is that a door?
No.
Okay. Okay, come back to the main room. Yep, now go through there. Yep. This bit, there's some stairs. Go across, see if there's a door. Okay, this bit's a little convoluted, but yeah, go that way. Yeah, go through that security door. Take a right. Take a right.
I found a key.
Oh, okay. Okay, don't turn around, don't go that way. Come back. 9.
Yeah.
Go through that door. Okay. Yeah, go straight. And then veer to the left a little bit. Or, sorry, I have bad directions. 180 from there. Yeah, go straight that way. To the left. Go straight. You're in a stairwell. You can either try going down or going straight across. Don't go in there. Go back to the stairwell and go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, go up the stairs quickly. Oh, you're being chased. Go through the door. Keep going. Keep going. Go right. Okay. Oh, shoot. I think you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. Sorry.
I'm being shot at.
Sorry, Wes. I led you down the bad ways. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, one man alone. Alright. Let me put this right there. No, don't vote for... No. Wes, why did you do that? Don't vote to leave early. You did this. Just want you to remember, you did this.
What?
You did this.
It can just leave?
You voted
knew it
to
was
make
gonna-
it leave.
Well, it said for dangerous conditions.
Yeah, so you
It-
put in a vote to make the ship leave
I didn't.
early.
I didn't realize that's what it said before it was done, and I was like, "Oh crap!"
So that could be
That was
really
my bad.
effective if somebody's back at the ship but doesn't know that everybody is dead, and everybody who is
Yeah.
dead can vote to say, you need to get out of here, and that's a good clue to the person left to be like, let's go.
Or you can be like me and it's just be an asshole.
Or you could do that. That could also happen. True. All right, we go back to
Not that
March.
This game isn't hard enough. Well, I guess the good news is if we get enough for quota, we'll actually make it through this. And I don't have my walkie.
No, you don't. So it's
So,
just you and me.
my-
Oh, we're in trouble. Oh,
Alrighty.
careful of the beehive. Oh, there's several beehives.
Where's the other one?
It's around the edge there.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
Yay.
Ah, shoot.
What's-
There's a rock.
What's that?
It looks like a carrot.
Is that an indicator or something?
No, that's I haven't seen one of those before. Apparently it's a random
Maybe it's just a big beehive.
it's just a random addition. Like, because there used to be pumpkins that would spawn, but that ain't a pumpkin.
Oh. Alright. Going in blind.
All right, there's a big bolt. I got it.
Yeah. There it is. Oh, this is big and empty.
Yeah.
Here's a
Oh,
tea
hey.
kettle.
Nice.
Like big empty rooms with nothing in it. With then something in it. Okay.
Okay.
That
Okay.
might be it.
I think that was it. Let's try this door. Oh, tethered metal sheet. Okay. Metal sheet required. Okay. Here's what you're gonna do. Take those back to the ship. You
And
go.
watch
You
out
go.
for bees.
You watch out for bees. You watch the view monitor, and if you see me dead, then take off. I'll vote.
Gotcha.
I'll vote to take off. You just stay at the ship.
Okay, you're. I was like, oh, you're outside.
Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and grab one of those beehives. I'm probably going to die, but I'm going to try. You stand next to the lever, and if you see me come into the ship, then pull the lever.
All right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do it. Here we go. Here we go. Go, 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 go. Pull the lever.
God. No. I didn't believe that would work. Did that work?
Is the beehive still here?
Yes.
Then it worked.
And I recovered your body. By
I know, I
touching you.
saw that. That was brilliant.
I was like, I was like, can I do that? Yes, I can. Okay.
Dude.
So, that's good.
We just did it.
Okay.
We pulled
That
it off.
So they leave as soon as you start to leave.
Yeah, well, because the ship starts moving, and they don't.
Right.
So they kind of slip away. But if you hadn't done that, then we would have died.
Is that like same thing with monsters, like other monsters?
Yes.
Like
Yep.
if there's a dog on ship and you leave, it'll leave.
Yes. It'll slip through the ship.
That's good.
Look at that, my glorious beehive.
How much? Let me see. Whoop.
It is
How do you check for
104. So scan it.
Oh wow. Yeah. So right click. Okay.
Right click to scan it. Yeah.
I keep forgetting about scanning.
Man,
Okay.
I feel so great about that. That was amazing.
All right. So just grab.
Yep. Grab the stuff. I'm gonna put my beehive in there, because man. Also,
Okay.
don't ring the bell.
No. Is this everything?
Did you get everything else? Okay. There's still a walkie in the cabinet, but other than that. Okay, we're just gonna be real gentle.
I would love to learn more about the lore in this, because this is. Like, who's your boss?
There is. Yeah,
Yeah.
who is? That's the company. Who's the company?
Yeah.
Value your commitment.
Here, come with me.
There's. Oh, yeah. I didn't know this was explorative.
Open that.
Last time you had me ring a bell.
I understand, and you are totally correct to not trust me, but
What the
Trust me.
heck? What?
go.
What is all this?
This is the wall.
Wait, what's this? Log? Sound behind the wall.
You said you
Okay.
wanted to learn more about the my game's lore.
Well, is that something I can read later?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
You should now that you've picked it up, you should be able to access it at the terminal. So even if you just started your own
Oh.
game, you should be able to access it now.
Oh, neat. Okay. Huh.
The other thing that you should do
To the wall.
is in here, in the back corner here. This is not a thing that I showed you that you can do, but you can actually move the furniture.
Whoa. Okay.
Back wall.
Neat.
There's something on the wall.
You're in deep access file. Oh, I did see that.
So that's something else that you can go investigate at your leisure.
You're in deep access file sacred. Cool. Can I put it like?
Anyway, we have expired our stream time. We're about half an hour over what we normally would do.
Yeah.
But we ended on a pretty high note, 216. We got our quota.
Yeah.
So
wait, how does it work when you get your quota? You just keep going.
Here, let's start the ship, and yeah, we'll see what we'll conclude with this.
Okay.
So we fly away.
I just feel like the door should be closed if you're leaving. That's just my thoughts.
Well, it does auto close eventually.
Okay. Yeah, I trust them. I trust the ship when it leaves without you. Overtime bonus $2. Hell yeah.
All right, so we now have 222 credits that we could spend on whatever we wanted.
Wow.
So at this point, there's a couple of things that we could do. Yeah, we don't quite have enough for a teleporter, but we could pick up some shovels and some flashlights and some walkie-talkies if we wanted. It's usually a good idea if you're like in a group, then you can kind of have somebody with a walkie-talkie, somebody with a flashlight, somebody with a shovel.
Yeah.
Just kind of distribute things a little bit more. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that we could do at this point that would help us out, make things a little bit better. Ooh, shovel's cheaper right now.
Well, the price does change.
Yes, it does change sometimes. They get on sale. So one of the things probably like decent to do is like once you turn everything in, when you're still at the company, if there's like you could buy some things there before you go into danger. Because as soon as you land on a planet, then you're burning time.
Yeah.
So, and the earlier in the day is safer than later in the day. Just as the day goes on, more and more things spawn inside and outside. Yeah. So anyway, overall thoughts, opinions, Wes. I just want to get your final hot takes here.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those the more the better, which is I'm not surprised that the modding community does do a increase of players. 32 is insane.
Well, I mean,
that's
functionally
really
speaking, you end up usually more like 5 or 6. You know, like just over the 4-player limit is usually what ends up happening.
Well, I might have to play a little bit and then try out some of the mods later. But the monsters are probably one of the coolest things on this game. Is like learning them and
yes. And boy, there's just a wealth of information online if you're interested in going to check out. Learning some more. Oh, hello, Cool X Gamer. Welcome. We're actually just getting about to wrap up here. But yeah, so this has been just a deep dive analysis. Some of the things maybe we can get more deep on, but I mean, you know, hopefully it scratched your all's itch on doing some analysis of what's going on in the game. Here's a couple of takeaways just as we're stepping away here. So one of the things that we really want to think about is how the different systems of the game interact with one another. Okay. So having multiple different systems that are kind of interesting and engaging on their own, but being able to interact. So we talk about the 3 core pillars of what's going on in this game. It's the monsters and their interesting like interoperability with one another and how they interact with you, the player. It's the voice chat and how that actually transports your voice into the game world in a very real way. And then it's how you were given equipment, but the equipment has lots of flaws in it. Flaws that prevent the equipment from really being something that gives you a significant boost to your feature set. So those 3 things combine with the co-op multiplayer aspects to create this really interesting, multi-layered, reactive scenario. And if you go look online, we call this a horror game, but so much of this game is hilarious to watch, and to watch other people playing it is really funny. Like there's just a lot of humor out there. It's a surprising thing, really. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good here. I think there's a lot to learn from. I mean, of course, like if you really look at it, it's not like hugely complex. I mean, one person made it. Like there's a limit to how much you can actually do, but like there's a lot here that's really good, and there's a lot here that's really captured people's imaginations. So I recommend it. I encourage you to go check it out or check out other people playing it. It's very easy to find other people playing it. So let me just tell you that.
Well, I went to who is it? Zeeker's Discord, and they have voice channels in there.
Yep.
Of people like just playing. So that's kind of your thing.
So if you want to find people to go play with, you can absolutely do that. I can't remember if there's a quick join button or not. I don't think so. Maybe there is.
There are a lot of servers. Like I was looking at it. There's always someone.
I mean, the same the usual checks for co-op, multiplayer co-op. There's as many like horrible people out there as good people out there, right? So just be careful of the toxicity of the servers that you join, but otherwise it's a good time. And if you play this, if you go out and you check this out, or if you have played it, we'd love you to throw your thoughts on our Discord. If you could drop over there, tell us your insights, tell us what you're interested in. Even if you're watching this long after we've done this, we'd love to hear more about just what you've been up to playing, what your experience has been like, what a good moment that you've had in the game was. And yeah, so you don't need to take this and now go make a clone of it. Like, learn what you can from it, and let that be something that benefits your own game. So anyway, we ran a little long. Oh, go ahead, Wes.
One last thing I'm going to put in the chat is if you're interested, we have Global Game Jam happening this coming Friday, January 26th through the 28th. So we're going to be at the Columbus College of Art and Design doing a game jam with them, with our group and their group, and we're going to make a bunch of games in about 48 hours, which will be a lot of fun. So definitely check out our jam site on Sunday. We will have submitted everything by 5. Then we're going to do an ending ceremony. So if you want to learn any more about that, check that out. I put it in the chat, and yeah, so we're always doing something neat. That's our thing this week.
All right, Wes, I'm going to turn the game up. Let's switch back to Discord.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Come on. Okay. Unmute yourself on Discord, Wes, so people can hear you.
Like that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. So thanks again for joining us. Yeah, Global Game Jam, that's coming up this weekend. Man, we've been doing this for a while now. Global Game Jam every year. It's a great time. I've seen some fantastic projects come out of this 48-hour game jam. If you have never played, or sorry, if you never made a game before, or if you're just looking to do some practice on something, a new idea, this is a great time to come together and just find a team of people, learn something new, work on stuff together. It's a really good time. I really encourage you to check us out. Signups are still open for our physical location, Wes?
I think we might be. I mean, granted, I think we may still have the thing open, but I think we're actually cutting it off for now, mainly because technically Global Game Jam started like, I think it starts Monday, but like at some point I think it starts today.
Right.
So and
Because
we do
time
have
zones.
limitations of like 50 members. We actually have 45 responses.
Okay.
Some of them are online, some of them are in person.
Okay.
I would just encourage you to join our Discord, because we actually have a bot there called Jamio that's already set up. We're gonna start getting people creating teams on that, and just hang out. And then if maybe we can get you on a team, great. If not, like definitely check us out and like get to explore the teams a bit. We can bring you in as a VIP so you can see the channels and stuff. It's just a fun thing to do. Like, we're always going to have stuff streaming, things going on. Brainstorming's Friday night, and then production's Saturday, and finalization's on Sunday. So it's just a cool thing to kind of watch. And obviously it's an international game development event, so everybody around the world's doing the same theme, which we'll announce on Friday. And so it'll be a lot of fun to kind of see what everybody's making based off of that. So we plan to do more of these things. So if game jams are your thing, like, we always have something coming up Ludum Dare, GDEX, Global Game Jam, a bunch of other stuff, and we want to do more. So, but yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, thanks for joining me for this, Wes. Thank you all for joining and watching, and we will catch you all next time. This has been the Central Ohio Game Developers Group. We'll see you all hopefully Friday, either in person or online. All right. Take care, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
Take care.
Bye.